Well, hey everyone, welcome back to The Able Gardener. Now, it's just a beautiful sunny December day here in California, and it's almost Christmas time, but I'm not going to be out Christmas shopping today. What I'm going to be doing is working in my yard a little bit. What I wanted to do is plant my artichoke plant. Now, I picked a pretty good spot in my perennial garden. It's had about 3 years of wood chips decomposing, so the soil has already been amended. Also, it's a good spot because it has plenty of room. Your artichoke is going to need at least 4 to 5, maybe even 6 feet, depending on how long it's been in the ground. Also, I had my grandson come out, dig the hole for me, so I've got a nice size hole. What I'm going to be doing is just amending it a little bit before I put the artichoke in. I'll be putting in a little bit of fertilizer and then the rest compost, because the artichoke roots like to have well-draining soil. So with that, let me bring you a little bit closer and we'll get this artichoke in the ground. My artichoke is a pretty heavy feeder, so it's going to really love this organic matter when growing season comes around. Just a little bit more compost and I'll get this artichoke planted. Artichokes do really well in zones 8, 9, and 14 through 24, but they can be grown in the lower zones with a heavy mulching, especially if your winter's hit into the low 20s or even below that. I just wanted to break up the root ball a little bit, get it on top of that compost, and then compost all around. Since it is winter time and artichokes don't like the cold, I'm just going to finish off my planting by putting a little bit more compost all around the base, anywhere from the base of my plant 12 inches out. Just give it a really good mulching. And I'll be doing this again in springtime when I see that my artichoke is starting to send out new leaves. And thereafter, I'll be feeding my artichoke just about every 4 weeks. Another good idea in the cold weather is to take all your artichoke leaves and tie them up with some strong twine. And I'll be tying my artichoke up because last night we had freezing temperatures. They're not going away anytime soon, so I don't want to lose my artichoke. Well, there we go. My artichoke's in the ground. I'll get this watered a little bit. Then when I get some straw, I'll put that around the base for some extra warmth through the winter. Well, my bigger artichoke was just one plant in the pot, but I noticed that my littler artichoke has put out probably 4 different plants. So I'll take this out, get them in some separate pots. I'll put them inside for a little bit to get rooted and then probably plant them in another month or so. Well, I've got my 4 1-gallon pots ready to go. I filled them up halfway with vermisoil and just a little bit of fertilizer. Now, let me take this guy out of the container and start getting it taken apart. The soil around the root base is really loose, but that's okay because I want to get down to the root and see where these guys are attached. I'm just going to take my blade and cut the root in 2 where this largest artichoke is growing, making sure I get a little bit of root along with it. Put it down in the soil, get it firmed down, backfill it with a little bit more vermisoil. Looks like I broke one of the leaves off, but that's okay. And then what I'm going to do is make sure that there's no soil right down on the crown. I want to make sure that that crown is out of the soil. And what I'll do when I water this is make sure I spray around the crown, removing any of the soil. Well, now that I've gotten my small artichoke cut up, I ended up with 4 separate plants. I'm just going to put these in their own little container, get them rooted. As soon as they start growing, I'll be planting them in my yard. And no doubt I'll have plenty of artichokes next summer. Now, of course, artichokes can be started from seed. You can start them indoors anywhere around 10 weeks before the date of your last frost or earlier. They'll usually germinate within 10 to 14 days if the soil is kept around 75 degrees. But of course, the easiest way to have artichokes and have them sooner is to go down to your nursery, pick up a plant or 2, get them planted in springtime as soon as the soil is warmed up, and make sure to feed them an organic fertilizer on a monthly basis. Well, you guys, that's it for me today in planting artichokes. But thanks for coming by and spending the afternoon with me. I'll be talking to you later. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.